Hello and welcome to understanding the basics of group theory and ring theory. Here in this slide we are going to study what is binary operation, properties of binary operation, algebraic structure, group and ring. First of all, let us understand what is binary operation. Let G be any non-empty set and G cross G, that is Cartesian product of G with itself, and a function f from the Cartesian product to the set is called binary operation, and this function assigns ordered pairs of element of G to the elements of G. Binary operations are also denoted by addition, multiplication, asterisk, dot, etc. Properties of binary operation play an important role in understanding groups and rings, where here we consider set G along with the binary operation asterisk. The very first property is closure, wherein for all elements A and B in G, A asterisk B is also an element of G. Associativity, here left hand side is A asterisk into B asterisk C. So first we solve the bracket and then the remaining, and it is equal to A asterisk B into asterisk C, and this is true for all ABC in G. Then existence of identity, that is asterisk is the binary operation of the element of G, and with an element it should give you answer as the element itself. So that element E is called the identity element. So here inverse again, there is an element A in G and A inverse is an element in G, such that under the binary operation asterisk you should get A asterisk A inverse or A inverse asterisk A as E, which is the identity element in G. So A inverse is an inverse of A. Then commutativity property, that is A asterisk B equal to B asterisk A, and this is true for all AB in G. Distributive law, here asterisk is distributive over multiplication. A asterisk into B into C is equal to A asterisk B into A asterisk C, and this is again true for all ABC in G. Now we define algebraic structure. Algebraic structure is defined as a non-empty set together with one or more binary operations, such as set of natural numbers n along with the operation addition, or set of integers along with the operation addition is called algebraic structure. Again, you can have more than one algebraic structures. So a set R along with the operations addition and multiplication is again an algebraic structure. Here we define semigroup and monoid. These definitions are in relation with the properties of binary operation. So a set S along with the binary operation asterisk is called as semigroup if it shows the property closure and associativity. Monoid is defined where the properties closure, associativity and identity are true. Now hence we can say monoid is a semigroup where it contains an identity element with respect to the operation asterisk. Then we define group. So again a set G along with the binary operation asterisk, which is an algebraic structure, is a group under the operation asterisk if it satisfies the following properties. First one is closure, second is associative, third is existence of identity, and fourth is existence of inverse. So we have seen up till now, if a set along with the binary operation has a closure property, associative property, it is semigroup. It has closure, associative and existence of an identity, it is monoid. Closure, associativity, existence of identity, existence of inverse, now it is a group. So a group with a binary operation as addition is known as additive group. The binary operation is multiplication, it is a multiplicative group. Again we define another concept, that is abelian group. Now we have seen a semigroup has the properties closure, associativity, monoid has properties closure, associativity and existence of identity. Group has properties closure, associativity, existence of identity, existence of inverse, and along with these four properties, if the set G, which is a group, has the commutative property, then it is abelian group, and a group which is not abelian is called as non-abelian group. Next, we consider the example of set of integers with the operation addition, and now we see how it becomes abelian group. So for abelian group, it should have properties closure, associativity, existence of identity, existence of inverse, and commutativity. So let us start. Closure holds true as sum of any two integers is again an integer. So sum b is also an element of set of integers. Then associativity can be proved true using any three integers, and we can easily prove for integers, that is a plus b plus c can be written as a plus b plus c. So 1 plus 0 plus 2 can also be written as 1 plus 0 plus 2. So associativity is true. Then existence of identity. For all integers, we can easily say that 0 added to any integer gives you integer itself, and therefore 0 is the identity element, and as addition is the operation, therefore it is called as additive identity. Then existence of inverse. So for any positive integer, if negative integer is added, answer is 0. 0 is the identity element, and therefore we get inverse for every element. So minus a is written as additive inverse of a. Then with these four properties, closure, associativity, existence of identity, inverse, Z plus forms the group. Now we want it to be the abelian group, that is commutativity should be true. And clearly for any two integers a and b, we can always write a plus b as b plus a, and therefore commutativity holds. Thus Z plus becomes an abelian group. Next, let us understand what is a ring. We have seen earlier that ring is a set with two binary operations. Here for simplicity of understanding, we are considering the binary operations as addition and multiplication. So a ring is algebraic structure satisfying following condition. First of all, R plus is an abelian group, that is R under the operation addition satisfies closure, associativity, identity, inverse, and commutative properties, so that it forms the abelian group under addition. Then R under the operation multiplication is a semi-group, so semi-group should have properties closure and associativity. And finally, the distributive law should be true, that is multiplication is distributive over addition in this particular case for the algebraic structure to become ring. Let us continue with the example of set of integers. There we have seen Z plus is an abelian group, and now one more operation, that is multiplication, is introduced. So the very first condition for ring, that is Z plus is an abelian group, we have already proved. Now let us consider the operation multiplication. In the operation multiplication, we have to prove closure and associativity, so that Z with respect to multiplication forms the semi-group, and clearly product of any two integers is again an integer, and therefore the closure holds. Associativity can also be proved for any integers, that is a into b into c can be written as a into b into c for any integers. Thus Z multiplication forms the semi-group, and for any three integers we can easily prove the distributive law, that is multiplication is to be distributive over addition. So a into b plus c will be written as a into b plus a into c, and thus Z under the operations addition and multiplication forms a ring. Let us understand further types of rings. A ring with unit element or unity, that is Z plus multiplication is basically a ring, and along with that, if it has the multiplicative identity element, that is 1 multiplied to any element of Z should give you element of Z, and it is true in case of integers, and therefore 1 is the identity element of the ring, and ring is said to be with unit element. Commutativity, here commutativity is also understood with respect to multiplication. So in case of ring, Z with the operation addition is already abelian group, so it has unit element, it has commutativity property. So whenever we say ring with unit element, it is the unit element with respect to multiplication. When we say commutative ring, the commutativity is with respect to the multiplication. Then this is new concept, ring with zero divisors. If for any two non-zero elements, if you get product of those two as zero, then the ring is said to be with zero divisors. Here this can be explained with the help of matrices. Product of any two non-zero matrices can be a zero matrix, and there that is a ring with zero divisors. And without zero divisors is a common concept, that is, if the product of two elements is zero, then either of them or both of them are zero. Then here this is the next part of ring, that is, ring is in integral domain if it is commutative. Here commutativity is with respect to multiplication, has unit element is with respect to multiplication, and is without zero divisor, that is, product of any two numbers is zero, then either of the numbers or both the numbers are zero. And this can be considered for again the set of integers z plus multiplication. So this we have already proved it as a ring. It contains it satisfies commutativity, it contains unit element, and for any two integers the product is zero if either of them are zero or both are zero. Thus it is without zero divisors, and therefore a ring z plus multiplication is integral domain. Next is the concept of field. Now a ring is a field if it has properties of commutativity, unit element under multiplication. So it forms an abelian group under multiplication. So let us start with along with that, existence of identity under multiplication. So field has a change over here with respect to integral domain. Then the set of integers under operation addition and multiplication is a ring. This we have already proved. We have proved that under addition it is abelian group, under multiplication it is semi-group, and distributive law is true. These three things we have done. Now we have to show that it has the identity element with respect to multiplication, it has inverse with respect to multiplication, and it is commutative with respect to multiplication to become a field. So here we consider the very first case, that is 1 becomes the multiplicative identity because multiplication of 1 with any integer gives you the same integer. Here if I consider a into 1 upon a, then only I am going to get the identity element, that is multiplicative identity of z, and 1 by a need not be integer always, and therefore here multiplicative inverse does not exist. So our concept of proving this set of integers along with the operations addition and multiplication as field fails with the lack of this multiplicative inverse. But again, commutative property can be proved, that is a into b equal to b into a. So now we are not going to get z multiplication as an abelian group because it is a semi-group, that is closure associativity. It has the identity element, it has the commutative property, but it lacks that multiplicative inverse, and therefore z multiplication is itself not a group, not an abelian group, and therefore under this operation it does not form a field, whereas it is an integral domain, it is a ring. So that's all with the concept of group theory and rings. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.